Good morning, children. How are you all? Hope you all are taking a good care of yourself. So, children, let us start today's class. This is class 10th, subject mathematics, chapter number 6, triangles, lecture number 8, and content I am going to cover from your textbook, that is NCERT. Children, in my previous lecture, that is lecture number 7, I made you understand how to prove theorem 6.6, and after that we did some problems based on that theorem. Fine, children. So today the topics which I am going to cover in today's lecture, that is lecture number 8, they are: number 1, first of all I will make you recall the statement of theorem 6.6, which is actually based on area of similar triangles. Clear, children? And then further we will be proceeding with the problems based on the above written theorem from exercise 6.4. Got it, students? So children, let us recall theorem 6.6. So what is the statement of theorem 6.6 that I am going to make you recall? The ratio of area of two similar triangles is equal to the square of the ratio of their corresponding sides. So children, what did we learn in this theorem basically? In this theorem, you will be having a pair of two similar triangles given. Okay. We proved that the ratio of the area of two similar triangle, that is area of triangle ABC upon area of triangle PQR, that must be equal to the square of the ratio of their corresponding sides. Children, you know that AB is in the corresponding with PQ, BC having the corresponding relation with QR, and AC is having the corresponding relation with PR. So what did we learn through this theorem? That the ratio of area of two similar triangles is equal to the square of the ratio of their corresponding side. That is area of triangle ABC upon area of triangle PQR is equal to AB upon PQ whole square, which is equal to AC upon PR whole square is equal to BC upon QR whole square. Got it, children? Now children, using this theorem, we are going to solve some problems in which the usage of this theorem is there. Fine, children? So children, let us start today's class, in which I am going to make you understand how to solve the problems based on similarity of triangles in which the usage of theorem 6.6 is there. Got it, children? So this is exercise 6.4, question number 4. If the areas of two similar triangles are equal, then prove that they are congruent. What is there given in the statement? That there are two similar triangles and their areas are equal. What I have to prove? I have to prove that they both are congruent to each other. Got it, students? So children, how can we prove that two triangles are congruent to each other? For that I have already explained you many criterias. So in this question we are going to apply triple S congruency criteria. How? Let us start its solution. Let it be a triangle ABC and another triangle is PQR. Now what is given to us? Let triangle ABC and triangle PQR, they both are similar to each other. This has been given to us. Okay. And what else is given? That area of two similar triangles are equal. So I have written that area of triangle ABC is equal to area of triangle PQR. Fine, children. So as their areas are equal, can I write? It implies to area of triangle ABC upon area of triangle PQR is equal to 1, because this area of triangle PQR is multiplied by 1. When I have brought it on left hand side, it means it must be divided. So on right hand side, we are left with 1 only. Fine children? Okay. Now as I know that both the triangles are similar to each other, so we can easily apply theorem 6.6. Children, as we know that according to theorem 6.6, the ratio of the area of two similar triangle is equal to the square of the ratio of their corresponding sides. So here the ratio of area of two similar triangle is equal to 1. So it implies to the square of the ratio of their corresponding side, that is AB upon PQ whole square must be equal to 1. Similarly, BC upon QR, because they both are corresponding sides to each other, its whole square must be equal to 1, and CA upon PR whole square is also equal to 1. Fine. Why I have put it equal to 1? Because the ratio of the area of two similar triangle is also given equal to 1. Got it? So, now as AB upon PQ whole square is equal to 1, can I take square root on both sides? So it must be equal to AB upon PQ is equal to 1. So it implies to, while cross multiplying, I have got AB is equal to PQ. Clear children? Similarly, when you are going to put BC upon QR whole square is equal to 1, you will be getting BC is equal to QR. And while putting CA upon PR whole square equal to 1, you will be getting CA upon PR equal in the same manner. Okay. So as all the three sides of first triangle are equal to the corresponding three sides of the another triangle, then by triple S, that is side, side, side congruency criteria, we can say that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle PQR. That's the thing basically we wanted to prove. Here it is clearly given in the question that if the area of two similar triangles are equal, then we have to prove them congruent, which we have proved. Understood? Now children, I am going to take one more problem in which the usage of the same theorem is there. So this is question number 6. Prove that the ratio of the area of two similar triangles. Make sure children, the theorem can be applied only when the triangles are similar, either given to us or we will have to prove their similarity first. Fine. This is equal to the square of the ratio of their corresponding medians also. According to theorem 6.6, we have just proved that the ratio of the area of two similar triangles is equal to the square of the ratio of their corresponding sides. Okay. Now in this question we have to prove that the ratio of the area of two similar triangle is equal to the square of the ratio of their corresponding medians as well. Okay. Now before I start its solution, the question arises, what do you mean by medians? This definition I have made you recall many times. Median is nothing but a line segment which is drawn from either of the three vertices of a triangle, and it divides the opposite side as well as the complete triangle in two equal parts. Got it? So now what we have to prove in this question? We have to prove that the ratio of the area of triangle ABC to area of triangle PQR is equal to AD upon PM whole square, because AD is the median for triangle ABC and PM is the median for triangle PQR. Okay, so let us start its solution. Let triangle ABC and PQR be two similar triangles. This has been given to us. Okay. Here AD and PM are the medians of triangle ABC and PQR respectively. So children, as AD and PM, they both are the medians. So what can we say? That D and M are the midpoint of side BC as well as QR respectively. Because I have just told you that median divide the opposite side in two equal parts. So what can I say? That BD must be equal to DC and QM must be equal to MR. Got it? Or can I say that BD is half of BC or BC is double of BD? Yes, of course, this can be said. Now, what else is given in the question? That triangle ABC is similar to triangle PQR. So children, if triangle ABC and triangle PQR both are similar to each other, then let us recall what were the conditions of similarity. The ratio of the corresponding sides must be equal, that is AB upon PQ must be equal to BC upon QR must be equal to AC upon PR, as well as the corresponding angles are also equal. Means this complete angle A must be equal to angle P, angle B must be equal to angle Q, and of course angle C must be equal to angle R. Fine. So here I am going to use only this condition, that angle B is equal to angle Q, because only this condition I require to prove that this smaller triangle, that is ABD and triangle PQM are similar to each other. Children, you may have understood my point. Why I want to prove these two smaller triangles are similar? Because now I have to prove that the ratio of the area of two similar triangles is equal to the square of the ratio of their median as well. So where is the median basically? Either it is lying in triangle ABD or it is lying in triangle ADC. So either prove triangle ABD similar to triangle PQM or prove triangle ADC similar to triangle PMR. Understood? Now children, as it is given in the question that triangle ABC and triangle PQR are similar to each other, then can we say that their corresponding sides must be in the same ratio? So it means AB upon PQ, this is AB upon PQ, they both are corresponding to each other, must be equal to BC upon QR. This is equal to BC upon QR. Now children, I have just told you that D and M, they both are the midpoints of the side BC as well as QR respectively. So can I write this complete side BC as double of BD? In the same manner, this complete side QR as double of QM? Of course. So here I have written. Got it? Now this 2 and 2 both are going to be cancelled. So it implies to I have got AB upon PQ is equal to BD upon QM. Fine children? Okay. Now when I showed you that as both the triangles are similar to each other, then their corresponding angles are equal. And out of those three conditions of corresponding angles, I have just taken one condition, that is angle B is equal to angle Q. So let it consider as equation number 1. Okay. And this AB upon PQ is equal to BD upon QM as equation number 2. Now using equation number 1 and equation number 2, what do we get? Just have a look. What I have got? I have got AB upon PQ is equal to BD upon QM. This is condition number 2, equation number 2. And according to equation number 1, I know that angle B is equal to angle Q. Why? Because both the triangles are similar to each other. So their corresponding angles will also be equal. So children, can you judge which criteria I am going to apply now, so that I can prove that triangle ABD and triangle PQM are similar to each other? Correct. This is criteria SAS, because I have to take the included angle in that. So I am reaching on the point. As I know that AB upon PQ is equal to BD upon QM and angle B is equal to angle Q. So by SAS, similarity criteria, I can say that triangle ABD is similar to triangle PQM. This is PQM. Got it? Now I have proved these two smaller triangles as similar to each other. So children, what can we say now? As I have proved that both the triangles are similar to each other. So can I say that the ratio of their corresponding sides are also equal? So what would be the condition? That AB upon PQ must be equal to BD upon QM must be equal to AD upon PM. Correct? Now children, AB upon PQ was already equal to BD upon QM. Now I have proved that AB upon PQ is also equal to AD upon PM. Fine. So just have a look in the diagram. AB upon PQ is equal to BD upon QM and AB upon PQ is also equal to AD upon PM. So it implies to AB upon PQ is equal to BD upon QM is equal to AD upon PM. Got it? Now, what I have to prove? I have to prove that the ratio of the area of two similar triangle is equal to the ratio of their corresponding medians as well. Fine. So, as I know according to theorem 6.6 that the ratio of area of two similar triangle is always equal to the square of the ratio of their corresponding side. Okay, now which are the corresponding side? AB upon PQ, AD upon PM and of course BD upon QM also. So can I write that the ratio of area of triangle ABC to area of triangle PQR is equal to AB upon PQ whole square is equal to AD upon PM whole square is equal to BD upon QM whole square. Okay. Now here AD upon PM is what? AD upon PM are nothing but is the ratio of the medians and we have taken its whole square as well. So here we have proved that the ratio of area of triangle ABC to area of triangle PQR is equal to the square of the ratio of their medians as well. Understood? This is very important question, children. You please, after understanding it, try to do it yourself. Now children, I am going to take one more problem. This is question number 7 of the same exercise 6.4. Prove that the area of an equilateral triangle described on one side of a square is equal to half the area of an equilateral triangle described on one of its diagonals. So while reading this statement, what have you understood? That first of all, there will be a square. Okay. One equilateral triangle is made using the one side of a square. Here you can see that there is a triangle, there is a square ABCD. I am going to use its side AB and I am going to form an equilateral triangle that is APB. So there is one equilateral triangle which is described on, you can take either of the four sides, any side you can take. This is not mandatory that I have taken side AB. Instead of AB, you could draw an equilateral triangle here also using the side AD. Okay. So there is one equilateral triangle which is made using either of the four sides of a square. So I have taken side AB and a triangle APB, which is an equilateral triangle, is formed. Okay. Now, one more equilateral triangle you have to form now. Using what? Using diagonal of the square. Here I have drawn the diagonal BD. So one more equilateral triangle I have drawn over here. Using which side? basically this diagonal will be the side for the equilateral triangle. Whatever is the diagonal of the square, that would act like the side of an equilateral triangle. Okay, so using diagonal, I have to draw one equilateral triangle, and using side of a square, I have to draw another equilateral triangle. Now, according to statement, what I have to prove? I have to prove that area of an equilateral triangle, which is described, which is made using one side of a square, means the area of triangle, equilateral triangle APB. This is half of the area of the equilateral triangle which is described or which is made using the diagonal of a square. Got it? Or in other words, you can say that area of an equilateral triangle DQB is double of area of equilateral triangle APB. Of course, if the area of equilateral triangle APB is half of area of equilateral triangle DQB, so definitely this complete area will be double of this area. Got it? So now this we are going to prove. So let us start its solution. First of all, children, as you know that there are two equilateral triangles which are formed using side of a square as well as its diagonal. Okay. So first of all, definitely you will have to draw a square, that is square ABCD. Of side length I have taken as small a. Clear? And children, you know that each and every angle of a square is of 90 degree. Fine. And here I have drawn an equilateral triangle using the diagonal BD. Fine. So here I have got a right angle triangle, that is DAB, because each and every angle of a square is of 90 degree. So this complete triangle is a right angled triangle. So let us apply Pythagoras theorem first of all, so that we will be capable to calculate the diagonal of the square, or in other words I can say that the side of an equilateral triangle, that is DQB. Clear? So now let ABCD be a square having side of length A. Now let us apply Pythagoras theorem in the triangle, right angle triangle, that is DAB. So children, you know the side which is just opposite of 90 degree, that is known as hypotenuse. So what is Pythagoras theorem? Hypotenuse square is equal to height square, that is altitude square, plus base square. So it would be DB whole square is equal to DA whole square plus AB whole square. Fine children. DB whole square I am going to calculate. So it would be written as it is equal to DA whole square. What is DA children? This is A, because this is the side of a square. So this is A square, plus what is AB? This is again the side of a square, that is A square. So I have got A square plus A square, that is twice of A square. So what would be the value of DB? DB will be definitely whole under root 2A square. So when under root will be removed, I have got DB is equal to root 2A. So this is the length of the diagonal of a square as well as the side of the equilateral triangle, that is DQB. As you know that in an equilateral triangle all the sides are equal. So here also I can write root 2A for DQ length, as well as for QB length also I can write root 2A. Understood children? Okay. Children, as I have to apply the theorem 6.6. According to that theorem, you know, first of all I will have to prove the equilateral triangles as similar. But we know that equilateral triangles are always similar. How? For example, I am going to draw two equilateral triangles, let it be ABC, and another I am going to draw PQR. Fine. First of all, I am going to prove that they both are similar. For example, here I have taken the side 2 centimeter each, and here I am going to take the side 3 centimeter each. So what will be the ratio of their corresponding side? It will be AB upon PQ, that is 2 upon 3. BC upon QR will also be 2 upon 3. And of course AC upon PR will also be 2 upon 3. Correct? So as the ratio of the corresponding sides are equal, and you know children that each and every angle of an equilateral triangle is also of 60 degree. So all the angles are also equal. Corresponding angles are equal. So can we say that both the equilateral triangles are similar to each other? Of course. This is actually a fact. We know that equilateral triangles are similar. There is no need to prove. Only for my explanation I have included it. Okay. Now which one were the two equilateral triangle? That is triangle PAB must be similar to triangle QBD. Here I have written. Okay. Now as I know that I have just proved that equilateral triangles are similar. So can I apply the same theorem? Because what I have to prove? I have to prove that the area of an equilateral triangle which is described on one side of a square is equal to half the area of an equilateral triangle described on its diagonal. So basically we are going to deal with the ratio of the area of two similar triangles. Okay. So here I have taken the ratio of area of both the similar triangle, though they both are equilateral as well as similar to. So area of triangle PAB upon area of triangle QBD must be equal to the square of the ratio of their corresponding sides. So which are the corresponding side? AB is in the correspondence with BD. That has been written. Clear? And its whole square I have taken. Fine. In the same manner you can write PA upon QB whole square and PB upon QD whole square. Got it, children? Now I have just taken one relation only. Why? Because I know the length of the side AB as well as BD. This is AB, this is BD. In fact, I know the length of other sides also. You could take any other relation also. There is no problem in taking that relation. Okay. So I know what is the length of AB, that is A. So A square, it would be written. What is the length of BD? BD is root 2A. Its whole square I have written. So it would become A square upon 2A square. A square and A square both are going to be cancelled. So I have got equal to 1 by 2. Clear? So now the area of triangle PAB upon area of triangle QBD is equal to half. Let us cross multiply. So while cross multiplying, I have got area of triangle PAB is half of area of triangle QBD. Let us check whether it is the smaller equilateral triangle which is described on the side of the square or not. So this is area of triangle PAB. Yes, this area. It is appearing also from the diagram that this area is half of the area of triangle QBD. Understood, children? So hence proved. Okay, children. Suppose if you do not want to apply theorem 6.6, then you can directly, using the formula of area of an equilateral triangle also, then also you can solve this question. Now how? Please have a look that part also. As you know that the area of an equilateral triangle is root 3 by 4 A square. This is A is nothing but side square. Okay. Now children, I am going to calculate the area of triangle PAB. I know that the length of the side is A. So definitely it would be root 3 by 4 A square only. Clear? Now let us calculate the area of triangle DQB. So it would become root 3 by 4 into, at place of A, that is at place of side, I am going to write root 2A. And then again it would be whole square. So it would become root 3 by 4 into 2A square. Clear? Let us cancel them. 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4. So I have got root 3 by 2 a square. Clear? This is the area of the bigger equilateral triangle, which is described on the diagonal of the square. So this area is half. So children, this area, this is actually the area of the equilateral triangle, the bigger one. So this must be double of the area of this smaller equilateral triangle. Just have a look. Correct? So have I got the same area? But here I am not supposed to prove it double. Basically I have to prove that this area, that is area of equilateral triangle ABP, this area is half of area of equilateral triangle DQB. So that can also be done very easily. What I am going to do for that? What is the area of equilateral triangle APB? That is root 3 by 4 a square. This is equal to half of area of equilateral triangle, that is DPQ. What is its area? That is root 3 by 2 a square. So isn't it proved now? So what it would become? This is actually equal to root 3 by 4 a square. So hence proved. This is alternate method, children, which I have explained you. If you want to apply theorem 6.6, which I have just used over here, so you can go using that theorem also. Clear, children? Now children, this is the time to get mathematics homework. Please note down. Do question 5, 8 and 9. These are the simplest question which I am going to give you at home of exercise 6.4. Along with it, children, you have to do example number 9 on page 143. In this example also, the usage of the same theorem, that is theorem 6.6 is there. Okay. You have to do this example. This is most important example in homework notebook. Along with the classwork questions, which are classwork questions which I have covered in today's lecture. That is question number 4, 6, 7 of exercise 6.4. Got it, children? So that's it for the day. Please like the video and do not forget to subscribe our channel. Thank you and have a nice day.